Hey guys, what's going on? We are here with M.A. Larson, one of the writers of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Hello.
M.A., great to see you.
You too.
Got a couple questions. My first one would be, what got you into becoming a writer for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic?
I did an episode of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends with Lauren and Robert and Zeddy. One episode I came on right at the end of that show, which is too bad because I would have loved to have done more.
Oh, yeah.
But it was going off the air right when I came in. So I did that one, and so I met them there and had a really good time with them on that. And quite a bit later, a friend in common, who's the director, knew I needed a job and knew Lauren needed writers.
Yeah.
So he's like, you should call her. And I said, what's the show? And he says, My Little Pony. And I'm like, I do need money, so fine. And it's Lauren and Rob,
Yeah.
so fine, I'll give it a shot.
Right.
And then she brought me in, and I saw the Bible, and I was like, whoa, this is a really good show.
Sweet. And then one question that's not on my sheet is, you use M.A. now for the show. Why is that?
Well, this goes along with it, actually. I had just written, at the same time I got Pony, I got a job on a show called Symbiotic Titan. And I'd just been on a show called Kick Buttowski's Suburban Daredevil, so I had a lot of really boy-oriented credits.
Yep.
And my agent, I told him, hey, I got a job on My Little Pony, and he said, well, you can't use your real name. Because he's like, it's a girl show, it's going to dilute your credits. People are going to want to hire you for an action show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was like, well, all right, I'll just use my initials, and now I like it better. So
yeah, I would too. All right, what's your favorite episode that you wrote?
I have two. I mean, Super Speedy Cider Squeezy, just because the song was so fun, and I love Applejack. So that one, and I love the Flim Flam Brothers. They're so much fun.
Yes.
They're basically one character,
Yes,
but with two mouths, and they're so fun to write. And then Return of Harmony was super fun too.
yes, it was. That's one of my favorite episodes, actually.
I was really excited when they offered me that because it was a two-parter, and I'd only done a couple episodes, and I was like, wow, cool, I'll absolutely do that.
Yeah. Who is your favorite pony that you write for? Would it be Applejack?
Rarity.
Rarity, ooh.
Rarity is so much fun to write dialogue for. She's so overdramatic, and I love characters that get really overinflated egos.
Oh, yeah.
And you can just have her say...
She's always been like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the very first, the second one, Sonic Rainboom, when she flies up and she's like, look upon me, Equestria, for I am Rarity. Like, I love writing that kind of thing. It's so fun.
Aren't they gorgeous?
She's really a good time.
Yeah.
And Pinkie Pie's fun. They're all fun in their own way. I like Applejack the best, but Rarity's the most fun to write.
I do have one quick question going back to Return of Harmony. Originally, from what I heard, it was supposed to be a three-parter and not just a two-parter. And so because of the two-parter, the pacing was kind of off.
Are you able to... True.
Really?
No, I think from the beginning it was a two-parter. But it was the pacing is a little bizarre because you got two 22-minute episodes and you've got 6 characters, but you've also got 6 characters inverted. And so you want to show that off, but it's really hard to do in 22 minutes, to get enough time with the new versions of them. There was just a lot I wish that episode was 3 hours long, because then it would have been, we could have gotten a lot more time with the inverted
a lot more detail,
personalities.
Yeah.
It's hard on any episode though. Like Cutie Mark Chronicles, the same thing. You got to tell 6 stories, and you got 22 minutes to do it.
Right.
Really hard to do. In fact, that's why Fluttershy. That's why he says he tries to convert her, and he can't. And we were like, this is going to take way too long. Wouldn't it be funny if he just couldn't do it? She was so innocent that he just couldn't do it. And she's like, screw it.
Yep.
And we just started laughing like, that's really funny. And it comes from her character, so we put it in.
And then the internet exploded with Flutterbitch.
But that was mostly done to save time. That was just, we don't have time to do a really long Fluttershy thing.
Right.
And it turned out to be really funny and character-based, so...
Yeah, that'd be fun enough in a two-parter.
Yeah.
Like, the first episode, you can't convert her.
Yeah.
The next one, he just, will you please, please, do it? And then she goes,
on his knees begging.
Those two are really good characters against each other because they're so completely opposite.
Yeah.
And she has this thing that he can't. He's so used to just doing whatever he can get, whatever he wants. And with her, he just couldn't do it, and he gets frustrated.
Yeah. So a little bit off topic of My Little Pony. What was your favorite? What was your favorite show that you wrote, or that you had part of writing? That well, you had a part in writing of it.
Favorite show that I've worked on?
Yeah.
I'm not just saying this because we're sitting here doing this, but
Right.
it's definitely this show. I love the process on the show. I think the show is really good. It's funny and the characters are great, and I just the whole thing has just been so excellent. You know, a lot of times I'll watch something that I wrote on another show and think, they kind of didn't.
Right.
They messed up the joke there, or you know what I mean. It's like a little bit painful to watch sometimes.
Yeah.
This show is not that way at all. Every time I see an episode, I'm like, wow. When I saw the Applejack scene in Return of Harmony with the apples and the Pinkie Pie with the balloons, my mind was blown. I was like, those guys knocked it out of the park. It's beautiful. The timing is beautiful. It's so fun to work on a show where everybody cares. And the music is so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I've worked on a few things since then at the Hub that have the same kind of vibe. That it's fun to work on. I really like the Hub.
All right, John, you have another question?
Yes. After the brainstorming sessions, I know you've kind of gone into this a little bit, but after the brainstorming sessions, do you ever still get writer's block?
It's hard to, because you've got, when I leave the room with the brainstorming session, I have a stack of note cards, like 15, 20 cards. That's the roadmap of the episode. It's like, this is what's going to happen. So all the hard stuff, all the stuff that would give you writer's block has already been dealt with. If I was sitting alone trying to structure an episode, I might get stuck. But the fact is, we've already sat in the room and done all that stuff. So it'd be hard to get writer's block with that roadmap in place. Then it's just fleshing out the scenes and character stuff and comedy.
Yeah. All right.
That's why. That's another reason I love this show, is because of how the structure works. When you leave the room and everybody's on the same page, this is what the episode is. Then you don't get these massive rewriting sessions, and what it ends up on the air is pretty much what I walked out of the room with that day.
Oh yeah.
So
90%, you said?
Amy said that, but I agree with that. That's about right. Other shows I've been on, huge rewrites. You'll start over from page 1. You'll restructure things, and that gets really frustrating because you just have to keep throwing stuff away and starting over. But this show, everybody is on the same page with, here's the story. So it's great. I love it.
More credibility to you.
What do you mean?
Well, you get more for writing the actual story.
Yeah. I mean, I would still write the stories in the other shows, but multiple times, and you've thrown away good stuff. And
yes, I mean all the good stuff is still intact.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then they add more good stuff. Studio B, they're fantastic, and they add all the background characters that all you guys love so much. That's all of them. They do all that stuff, visual gags, and the timing. I mean, it's all just done so well.
All right, and last question. Has writing for MLP changed your perception on what makes a good female-centered show?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't think I've ever written a female-centered show other than this one. But it does show you that, it doesn't need... Because my perception going in was, ponies are going to be brushing each other's hair for half an hour.
Yeah.
And then you see it, and you're like, oh, that's not it at all. These are really good stories, really good characters, and ultimately it comes down to gender doesn't matter.
Right.
It's a good show. It can be boys or girls. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, I mean...
It's magic hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody said, hey, come and work on Rainbow Bright, now I would pause a little bit before saying, I'd say, really? Is it going to be, like, cool, Rainbow Bright, or is,
Right.
It can be done. It can be, you can take a property like My Little Pony and actually make it good. So.
All right, well, that's the end of our interview.
Cool.
Thank Mr. Larson
thanks a lot.
that. And we'll see you guys later.
All right, see ya.